Well, let's continue onwards into this area where all the children are.
Little shit! What have you done?
Listen to me.
Fire cleanses. Mr. Marichek, I'm gonna make sure you burn for what you and your friends have done to me. To my own!
No, please. I have nothing to do with this.
You won't get much further. Goodbye.
No, this...
Where is she, Tia? Where is Rebecca?
She's in the containment area at the other end of Seed.
Yes, Project Seed. Oh dear, Power Bat's work likes toolbox. Unless I can get a toolbox. Closed power cell housing. So I gotta do something with those things. That is the place we can go into. The lithium fuel cell provides high density energy storage and remote wireless charging. But there is a toolbox.
Looks like this place is being expanded.
Seed was always expanding. That place scares me.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. High temperature slug gun. Intriguing. Quite intriguing. I don't know why I did that, but scaffolding. Spans the rooms wide. Alright. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with this, but good. I guess good. Very good. I'm sure this isn't going to do anything. Yeah. No surprise there.
Warning. Halothane hepatotoxicity is at an elevated level.
I wasn't prepared for that. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't prepared to be just shot. Oh well, listening this again then.
Containment area at the other end of Seed.
But yeah, Project Seed. I really didn't fancy coming here, but here we are.
Looks like this place is being expanded.
Seed was always expanding. That place scares me.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Very loud music. I wonder, can I try to go and like go quickly there so that it can't shoot me, or I could.
The words. I can't even.
What do you see?
What kind of a monster would do this? These women, these poor women. This is torture. This is.
Science.
Yeah, as I said, Project Seed didn't sound very good. Pregnant woman sitting in the chair is a woman in her mid-30s, head shaven, limbs atrophied, transient in pregnancy. She's connected to a machine that feeds and sedates her. She's trying to communicate, but her words are little more than slurred vowels. Her throat is dry and she's clearly extremely weak. You remember seeing Renaissance-era sculptures of nuns in Holy Communion, their eyes rolled back, bodies controlled in ecstatic agony. There's a hint of that expression across this unconscious woman's face. On a power cell. High-density energy storage and remote wireless charging. With a view. Portable defibrillator. Used in the case of birth complications. Bloated fetus. The thing inside the incubator is anathema to nature. The poor creature should not exist, and what life it shows is reluctant and painful. This terminal appears to be unlocked and ready to use. And then, of course, all these hybrid fetuses. Great. There's a calmness about the suspended womb, but the purgent smell of amniotic fluids makes prolonged observation unbearable. Sways peaceful in its slumber, punctuated by the pulsating movement from within. An external placenta. There is something noticeably peculiar about this artificial placenta. On closer inspection, there are tiny erect apparatus across its surface, almost as if it's been eaten at from within. Containing neither a human nor animal, but a medical marvel nonetheless. The awful and coarse placenta hangs like a ripened fruit. The horror of this enlarged fetus sac is masked only by the horror within its fleshy walls.
A defibrillator. And it looks like it's fully charged. These women must have families and lives.
You can't do anything for them now. Soon this ship will run out of oxygen. They won't be in pain for much longer.
A second in this place is more torture than anyone should bear. I'm here to help. I'm gonna help you. Just close your eyes.
Bandage.
This isn't gonna work.
Why did we take a bandage from her? Weird. Sort of weird that we did that exactly.
Just breathe in and out. Soon you'll wake up from this.
Yeah. Well. Alright. That, like, on sideways, that thing. Something that I have to do with those, but I don't know where exactly. Disconnecting these poor women from these machines and wheeling them away from this gurney would be an easy choice if it weren't for the fact that such an act would surely kill them. Yeah, it most likely would. No. Come on, run here. So, what is this terminal about? Birding Laboratory. Project Seed Revisited version 6. Updated by Dr. G. Malin Gain Corporation. All rights reserved for the eyes of the Gain Board of Directors only. Seed is an attempt to create an ultimate super soldier by, in simple terms, activating chunk strands of human DNA. Over the years, the human genome has shed or made dormant certain strands of its own DNA sequence for various evolutionary reasons. Professor Salam Garund observed that certain dormant parts of these genes were not so much junk as they were potential. That is, genetic information contained and completely supplemented by a dominant gene. Professor Garund engineered an early life form based on this original theory. By introducing these identified genetic strands in the early stages of embryo formation. The initial concept was intriguing, but his ultimate result was a group of uncontrollable animalistic creatures. Version 6 of this proposal is to update these same dormant genes into the human makeup by use of genetic splicing, thereby introducing desirable physical and mental characteristics over a generation to produce fast, learning, hard to kill, and utterly ruthless soldiers. Malin. Observation Report 0001. Her vital signs are unsteady. Certain hormonal levels are extremely high, but I am countering this with the judicious administration of depressants in each case. Survival chances very high. She is young, healthy, and there are no signs of any infections or complications capable of disturbing the bird. Recommendations: keep under observation. Prepare for phase 1 treatment. And the case number 2. The subject, despite her promising early progress, appears to be failing. Supposition is that she cannot withstand the foreign genetic structure that is being fused into her body. Typical signs of rejection are being displayed. Recommendation: observe for an additional 24 hours. If there are no signs of improvement, then termination and disposal of the patient is recommended. Just like disposing completely of the person who cannot carry that sort of a subject, and not even like letting her off, because of course not. The subject is progressing well as being aesthetically attractive. She has all of the other genetic traits required. Initial concerns about her suitability, voiced by Dr. Malin chiefly due to the number of her sexual partners, have been proven unfounded. She will be a perfect carrier. The hybrid DNA is fusing to my satisfaction. Apart from a small amount of pain, her body appears to be coping with the adjustments. I have prescribed her a steady dose of anesthetic to keep her subdued and comfortable. And the case number 302. Since delivery, hybrid subject 302 has been kept inside an incubator. Due to its respiratory distress, assisted breathing is required. Cardiac arrest has occurred and the use of automated external defibrillators has been required to revive the child. I deduce that the conditions and sickliness are due to the late molecular bonding between hybrid and host DNA in the mother. A weak nervous system is also highly likely in this case, but the subject's regenerative abilities can be stimulated with steroids. Conclusions: the child is weak, but will survive. The mother is suitable for continued breeding. Yay. Child was weak, but will survive, and the mother is suitable for continued breeding. She can just continue being a breeder. How very great life. And it sounds very weird when even this project seed was something that even the employees can apply into. So then they would be taken into this sort of a thing too, which is like, yay. Yay. Although it's only a vial of gorgeous, they cluster protrude like the offspring spurted on the Suriman toad's backs. Let's save quickly. And continue a little bit further. To the other side. That looks horrible. Pulsating mass of flesh and bone, a hideous agglomeration of flesh and bone, limbs chuck haphazardly from its mass. It sports a human head that curls out of sync with the pulsing of its other parts. This must be where diagnoses for experiments are reviewed, and then a lot of different bodies and terminals read about screens. PDA. Dr. Marvin De Santos, March 2. Man that spits from shipping won't get off my back. You fuck a girl real good and she just comes crawling back. If she doesn't get out of my hair, I'll have her moved off ship. Dr. Malin is a prick, but he looks after me like that. I gotta say, being a Project Seed on Project Seed is awesome, man. Okay, so we gotta do some pretty noxious shit, but in exchange I got a lot of protection and an honorary title. Dr. De Santos. I like it. Dr. Malin knows about my contacts and private cargo that arrives on board, and I know he hates it, but there ain't nobody else prepared to work under Dr. Bachman. That guy is one twisted fuck and also one of my best customers. I get imports, sure, but my own private lab is what manufactures Bachman's pathway shit. Funny, I never realized how dependent the smartasses of science are on drugs. Personally, never touch the stuff. You gotta have your wits about you, man. Especially around here. May 15. Wow, Dr. Williams, Charlotte. I never would have figured that uptight woman was a slut, but holy hell, she just gave me the ride of my fucking life. Would have thought it. Slinky lace under that lab coat of hers, and for a woman in her mid-40s, a body that makes you want to get on your knees and howl at the moon. Against the table, pressed up against the viewport windows on top, underneath, like a freaking rattlesnake. Of course she's a Looney Tunes, probably thinks I'm her dead husband or something. Like I care, as long as she keeps coming to me to fulfill her needs. Crazy but smart. And she has no idea how much I know about her little project. I saw the details. People just think I'm a smack-talking smartass, but I've been training on criminals since I was 16. I studied chemistry and genetics, aced all of it too. She thinks I'm too stupid to understand. Right. September 9, thinking I could have gotten myself in too deep here. May be very well correct. The truck thing was fine, but this whole industrial espionage thing is kind of freaky. I don't think Dr. Mail knows. I know Lingle watches me with an eagle eye, but he can't know for sure. If he did, he'd eject my ass from the ship with the rest of the failed hybrids. But goddamn, the money is good. Well, probably for espionage, yes. I earned my year's salary by sending some info to Black Star Industries. My contact gave me more money than I could conceive for leaking one report. One. I met the guy while I was on leave. He was a smug dickhead who somehow knew what I did, and then he flashed the cash. I've got no loyalties to the company. I know how Dr. Malin treats loyal staff. That guy can turn on a dime when it suits him. I've heard of weird shit going on down on the decks below, and it has me feeling it will soon be time to get the hell out of Dodge. Pronto. 1 or 2 more reports might just give me what I need. 1 or 2 more reports. Did you really get those 1 and 2 more reports and then get out? I doubt it. November 20. Nobody knows about my little acts of espionage, but food care. The ship is falling apart. Some of those fucked up things that Bachman and Malin made are on the prowl. I stashed away my cash as soon as I heard things were going wrong, but money ain't gonna make a spit's worth of difference if we're all getting killed. All get killed. Malin's taking all this way too calmly. Actually, I'd say he's enjoying all this. He came into the lab this morning. He still makes us all report to the lab and was grinning the whole time. His eyes all red like he was coming down from a high. That guy does not need drugs for a high. Why don't you guys just turn on Dr. Malin when you see all of this? You just work for him for no reason. His general fucked upness is what he writes. And here was me thinking Bachman was the crazy one. Yes. Nobody knows, but February 1. It's just us. Oh god, not even Bachman's around now. Charlotte was trucked away for the labs a few days ago. We're sealed off from the other decks. I reckon it's only a matter of time before Malin decides to do something about me too. I've been living on this ship for years. I know about hidden passages that even Malin doesn't know about. I'll get over to the communications array and let off a signal. Hopefully they'll get to us before Dr. Malin finds out. I doubt that worked out though, no matter how much you knew about hidden passages and tried to do something. At least the situation, but very late, like February 1, when most people already were way dead. Most people that I've seen writing before have been dead already at January. At the very least at January. And you were alive at February 1. Which is pretty far, but it's not gonna help future. The screens are replete with analytical data about the subjects around you. Eviscerated corpse. In the aftermath of this body's evisceration, you can't tell whether its legs were removed or whether it even had any. Splayed open human body. 2 medical schools ever feature bodies that so grossly exhibit their internal organs. And a conjoined mass. One of the failed experiments, a lump of organs held together by wrinkled skin. Bone poked through the flesh in spots. Preserved conjoined twins. The corpse of a creature hangs preserved. It may have been a twin. 2 heads are fused together and a pair of spines meets. Each spine wraps around the other like a gnarled mountain range. Very intriguing. A standard looking human skeleton. Large infant skeleton. Must have been a very large infant. Oh dear, conjoined twins hybrids. Heads share one brain. It doesn't seem that the brain is up to the task of coordinating movement between the 2 bodies. What a surprise. Overgrown hybrid. Distant creature appears to be a hybrid, although what is unknown, it is not completely human. That much is absolutely certain. There is another power cell. I'm just not sure how to make them work. Well, there is another PDA at the very least. Dr. Clifford Backman. Yeah, Backman was the guy who wasn't even alive when you were alive, though. January 16. They said I'd never make it 60. Ha! 85, you fuckers. Old and still cooking with gas. 3 bastard kids and I outlived them all. Okay, so I was young when I had them. Those girls never even knew I was the father, of course. I had to switch the DNA samples so they didn't know the little shits were mine. I'm too old now for all that, but you never completely lose your eyes for ladies. Okay. Yeah, you weren't very great kind of a person either. Just changing the DNA so that they didn't know that you were the father. Even knew I was the father. How did it then happen? Or do you mean that, like, you changed the result, like you got the results to be wrong, even though they of course had your DNA, but you got the results to be wrong? Alright, anyways, February 28. I might have false teeth, Dr. Malin, but I'm no moron. For the good of humanity, I'm a sociopath. Yeah, I might have false teeth, Dr. Malin, but I'm no moron. For the good of humanity, I'm a sociopath, an alleged rapist of women. But your little speech to the crew was less sincere than anything I could say with a straight face. So, Dr. Malin just is even worse than you. You're just a rapist and all that, so yay, great. At least you know how to turn a blind eye. Whenever I have to get rid of troublesome subjects, right, Malin? So, yeah, I think he got the some females for him to steal and all that, and just turning the Dr. Malin also turned blind eye to that whole thing that you were doing stuff on your own. The new gas for the chambers is working splendidly, an improved kill rate of 60% on the old formula. I watched these poor fuckers fright and die. We have a few in window now, just so we can make sure it's done. If I'm ever a moral man, I'd call it perverse. It's lucky for Project C that I couldn't give a shit. I try when I don't have to answer to anyone with a conscience. Great people, great people. March 17. This will not do, not at all. I need more subjects. The rejection ratio of the DNA splicing is stratospheric, so not only do I need more bodies, but I need better ones. They bring me imports and strays, but the best results are achieved with crew members. One cannot prey too often on those, of course, no matter the need. My chosen ones were always those who wouldn't be missed. The furnaces are inadequate for my disposal requirements. I'm told they're so hot that they could destroy dark matter. They seem slow to respond when burning flesh, though, and the smell is hardly pleasant either. It reminds me of that injured dog that I found as a little boy growing up in Missouri. It looked at me with a pleading look, the kind of sick patient gives the doctor they trust absolutely. Naturally, I stomped onto the mongrel's head. It was a mercy. There are too many in society who have a similarly damaged disposition. It's a kindness to snuff out their worthless lives. Great, just sociopaths or even worse on this project seat. No wonder it went where it went. August 12th, I must get some pathway. That little prick DeSantos is usually more than forthcoming with its ingredients, but he says his own suppliers are having problems. I know you, DeSantos. I know you're not a real doctor. I know the kind. I have 5 PhDs and can tell when men have been hired for their instincts rather than their knowledge. Meanwhile, the cutting and splicing continues. Oh, and Charlotte, we all know about your little experiment, you stupid bitch. Where she kills her partner by accidentally exposing him to the lethal virus, and then she goes gaga for him. That's the sort of beautiful incompetence that slays me. I spent years perfecting the art of the kill and making a murder appear a mishap, and she went and did it all completely by accident. What perfect nonsense. Okay, October 10. I held the subject down today and used my surgical hammer to cave in his windpipe. Then I gouged out his eyes and tried to rip his jaw from his socket. My goodness, what an outburst. I'm becoming careless. I need more pathway. Dr. Malins is starting to worry that my tendencies cannot be controlled. He needs not worry, I'm still focused on seed. Seed is still just that, a seed. But this chrysalis will soon break open and blossom. The successful bred Homo novi wait in their containment cells, while their unsuccessful brethren reduced to a viral mouse that's already breached the containment seals on the ship grow. Its genetic makeup might be little more than trash, but it is astoundingly genius. I have to respect that which kills with such efficiency. And November 12. I woke up in the emergency room today. Somebody found me on the stairs. I can't remember much. What I do know is that both my fucking legs are up in cast. I better get comfortable because Dr. Crane says I'll be in here for at least a month. I wonder what exactly happened then in November 12. December 23. We die as the Novi cut us down, but I'm not ready to be replaced by a new species. Our creations are impressive, but I don't share Malan's fanaticism for what is happening here. I must try to make sure one of the lifeboats is available for me. A shame there was not another for the delectable young thing. What was her name? Callister. I would have liked to have her around when this ship was going to hell. She's dead, however. How unfortunate. Novi, the breeded better, or the military species. No wonder we're in the situation is this. January 3. I may be old, but I'll tear anyone who tries to stop me from leaving a part of the limbs. I have survived police investigations, court cases, vengeful spouses, and idealistic lap hands. I will cut any shitbag trying to prevent my escape, and that includes you, Malin. I will chop out your eyeballs and eat them before I submit to you. But, you were stopped.
How can we allow this?
This is the purpose of the Green Lake. It's not on Earth. People can't see it, so they don't care.